Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome to the first video in the Ancient Empires Mechanics series. I'll be going over various aspects of the mod to help you understand the overhauled system, allowing you to hopefully be successful in your campaign. Before we get started though, I would like to thank the AE team for allowing me to do these videos, providing me with the content and the context for these videos, and for sticking through the development of this mod. The team is getting closer and closer with the release of the mod, and I can tell you firsthand that you will not be disappointed. The trait system in Ancient Empires has been created from the ground up. There are over 500 new traits in the mod which serve to create a unique identity for every character and simulate their progress throughout the campaign. These traits can be divided into a few broad categories such as personality, intelligence, health, courage, ability, and fame. On the day the character comes of age, his base personality becomes defined. Will they be a courageous, sharp, and rash young nobleman? Or one lily-livered, insecure, but ambitious? Only the fates will tell. Far from being definitive, a character's personality will develop throughout their lifetime depending on their actions and circumstances. Good health may deteriorate due to an acute sickness. Fear may be replaced with courage, and insignificance with great fame earned through war or politics. Traits not only carry immense impact on a character's ability to govern and lead, but can affect their health, political, and social standing. Here are a few such traits. Discriminatory gives a -1 effect to mercenary morale. Slothful gives a -1 to command and -1 to management. Drillmaster gives plus 15% campaign movement range, +2 integrity to the commanded force, and can rally troops. A gambler gives you -12% tax rate in governed province, and a military genius gives +3 command and can rally troops. Lastly, and one of my favorites, Sunbaked gives a -20% campaign movement range and -8 to health, which increases his chances of dying prematurely. Although traits are an excellent way of checking your character's strengths and weaknesses, the Ancient Empires team has decided to emphasize these further with character attributes. Traits have a great impact on these attributes. In turn, character attributes summarize the most important things about a character, such as their ability to lead an army or govern a province. In Ancient Empires, the old attributes, authority, cunning, and zeal, have been replaced with a new, more intuitive system called command, management, and popularity. Command is your character's ability to lead a force. A confident character that has the courageous trait or gifted militarily will instill confidence in his troops, increasing their morale and the force's cohesion. Management determines a character's effectiveness at governing, how able they are to extract taxes and reduce squalor in large cities. Popularity is a dynamic measure of your character's standing with his subjects, the people. Generous, just characters are more well-liked and will help to maintain public order in a region, as well as inspire loyalty in the men they lead. They also tend to become more influential. Thus, popularity benefits both governors and generals, as well as men who seek a career in politics. In Ancient Empires, not only do your characters pick up traits, but your royal family members pick up special traits that allow for deeper, more influential campaign play. These are called ruler traits. Your faction leader's personality and achievements determine his standing among his subjects, the nobility, and the common people. Your faction member will only receive one ruler trait in their lifetime. This ruler trait algorithm stems from existing traits, personalities, and achievements, so while your initial faction leader will already have his fate determined for him, there's plenty of room to shape your potential successors. Because your king or chieftain rules over your entire faction, the ruler trait makes a strong impact on internal faction politics, having both faction-wide and personal effects. This will change the way the player needs to approach his campaign during a ruler's lifetime. For civilized faction, ruler traits are diverse and affect several areas such as the integrity of your armies, loyalty of your subjects, public order, and your economy, to name a few. For instance, an imperious ruler has -1 subject loyalty, -4 public order across the entire faction, +2 integrity to all of his forces, but a -2 popularity. A pretentious ruler will have a +18% building upkeep across the entire faction, +10 corruption across the entire faction, 1 subject loyalty, but +3 popularity. Family members, the heirs and sons of the faction leader, will get their own heir traits. These are similar to ruler traits as they serve to represent their personality and achievements. The heir traits provide some foreshadow into who they might become once they ascend to the throne, giving you an advantage to choose your heir appropriately. Barbarian factions face a different set of challenges than their civilized counterparts. Barbarian ruler traits focus on the authority of the chieftain. Their struggles are more short-leashed as the faction leader's primary concern is on his subjects' chieftains and warriors. The more famous a warrior becomes through victory in battle, the greater the chance he becomes disloyal. Warriors and chieftains only remain loyal through the fame and spoils provided to them by their leader. But the opposite can be said as well. Lose too many battles, and your warriors will look elsewhere for a worthy leader. You'll have to find a healthy balance between the two extremes to maintain your spot as a faction chieftain. Should you fail in keeping your subjects in check, and you're overthrown by a general in civil war, the new faction leader will gain a usurper trait. Former members of the royal dynasty who might have survived the conflict will react in various ways. Some might embrace the new regime, having been fed up with your lack of leadership, but others will rise up in revolt against the revolution, wanting to settle grudges made against their line. Alongside traits, the Ancient Empires mod features almost 100 new ancillaries. Companions are now divided into two distinct types, followers and mentors. Followers aid your character with his tasks, much like in the vanilla game. Administrators, drill masters, poets, and heralds all can be attained as retinues. Certain followers can help your character develop traits and add immediate effects. Mentors are the new addition, helping develop a younger character to acquire certain personality and set of skills. As such, their effects aren't as immediate, but will clearly develop later in the life of the character. What is your faction leader worth if not for the conquest of his armies? Military traditions have been completely redesigned in Ancient Empires. The team looked at the structure and organization of different societies and armies of the time period to accomplish this redesign. What they found is that more civilized powers such as Rome had a more centralized rule and developed at least semi-professional standing armies, while less civilized cultures were less politically disciplined, fielding armies only in times of conflict, then disbanding them in peace. As such, the team integrated these ideas by splitting military traditions into two sets: legacy traditions and unlockable traditions. Legacy traditions represent a faction's unique military training, mentality, and organization. This means every army within that faction will have the same legacy traditions. Unlockable traditions are more akin to vanilla, providing specialization for an individual army. Here are a few examples of the Roman legacy traditions. Roman Legion gives you minus 20% attrition in all climates, plus 6% replenishment rate, and they can build fortifications without the use of movement points. And Romanization, where you get plus 3 to the local conversion to faction culture wherever armies are standing. That's it for the traits, attributes, and traditions. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave your thoughts on the new mechanics in the comments section down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with the new mechanic videos, and be on the lookout for more exclusive content on the Ancient Empires mod. That's it. This is Havoc, and I'm out of here. Peace!